How are you guys doing? So I am coming to you without Steph for the moment, but she'll be in future videos that are like this. So I'm coming to you because we're going to be adding a new part to our channel. So a lot of right now that's on our Butterflyagape channel are challenges and vlogging of our daily lives and just Steph and I being ourselves. So I am very happy that you guys support that and you watch it and you view it and you give me your feedback. So with our new part of the video, or a new series that we're adding to it, is going to be called Butterfly Wings. The reason why we wanted to add this part is because for the last X amount of time that I can't even think, some of our subscribers or viewers have written in and asked Steph and I for some of our advice or even like verbal support about certain things that they're going through. It's what I do, it's kind of what I love, to be helpful, so it's never been an issue, and we try and we respond. I think we've responded to everybody that's written in at this time, so we try our best to get them out as quickly as possible. And I figured if there's one person going through this, there's chances that there are probably more than one person. And a lot of things that I've written back in with advice, I know I've gone through some of those things. So with Butterfly Wings, the reason why we have our channel named that is because the wings of a butterfly give support to that butterfly so that they can soar and so that they can fly. And on top of that, we're also very obsessed with the idea of chaos theory, or the butterfly effect, if you've heard of it. And something that on one side of a globe, the simple flutter of a butterfly wing can create ripples and different changes throughout all this other scientific stuff, and then it can cause a different outlook or a completely different situation in the long run or the bigger picture. So we truly believe that. We believe that by creating one bit of change, that can create ripples of other changes in that person's life and the bigger picture of whatever it is that they're going through. So we are hoping that through Butterfly Wings, so through us, we can create a little bit of change through our advice and support that actually might help any of our viewers. So that's why we named our channel that. We also want our viewers to be part of it. So anything that we bring to this channel, we want you to be able to write your thoughts and your opinions, if you agree, disagree, or if you have other helpful knowledge that you can share with the person that's requesting it. Please, please, please write it in the box below. Okay? All right, so for our first Butterfly Wings session, should we say session? I don't know. Let's go with that. All right, so for the first session for the Butterfly Wings, or let's say series maybe. I don't know. You guys tell me what sounds better. We had one of our subscribers write in an email, and we will call her, for confidentiality purposes, Miss Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. All right, so, and we'll call her that because she's writing in explaining that she's in a relationship with someone who is almost 20 years older than her. That person's 38 and she's 20. And although that they think that each one of them is the bee's knees, do y'all say that? Maybe not. Even though they think that each one is amazing and they really care about each other, there's still some challenges that are coming with the age. So when you have such a large age gap in a relationship, it can create different challenges than those of relationships who are closer in age. But that does not mean that your relationship is any less important or any less real, or that your feelings are not as real or as strong for one another, because only you two know how you feel about one another. And so that, with that out of the way, I will first talk about the pros, because there are pros and cons that come with dating someone who's so much older or so much younger than you. So as long as everything's legal, we'll talk about it in that retrospect. And this is a legal situation. So one of the beauties of dating somebody who's a different age than you is that you both bring different things to the relationship. You are probably at different places in your life, which is normal, and you should be because of the difference in age. And it's a different culture with those different parts of a person's life. So you guys can bring that to one another. The older one with more life experience usually comes more wisdom. So that person can bring things to the younger person that maybe they wouldn't have gotten to experience yet until they got there, so they can have that first. And then the younger person can bring a different type of energy and culture to the person who's older and add a difference to their life. Now, this is probably the challenges that you've already brought in and some of the cons. One, the discomfort in telling other people and having to deal with other people's freaking opinions. So, one, you don't live for anybody. You don't have to live for anybody else. Yet, people still make that process not so easy. And people come with lots of opinions. So, telling someone that you're together might come with people who are supportive and you get more support than you thought. Or it might come with people who are like, that's weird, or you're too old for her, or you're too young for her, or what are you doing? And then you got to deal with that discomfort. Probably telling her children, someone who's 18, just 2 years younger than you, that could probably be really, really awkward. So with these differences, you two, to actually lead to making the relationship work, you guys are going to have a lot of communication, I think. Just to be able to talk about these things. You two are each other's support. So you need to let one another know what's okay with you for letting people know, what's easy, and how you can come together as a team when people aren't responding in the way that you hope they respond. So you should talk about those things first, I think. You should not be trying to fight everybody in their difference of opinions, because when you have to fight for your relationship all the time with everybody, that causes stress that nobody wants. So figuring out ways that you can just let someone know, like, hey, okay, you feel differently. I understand that, but this is something that we're doing, and, showing them better than you can tell them of why it works and what's working for you guys. That's what I would suggest. What else comes? Sometimes with age, or when someone comes with a certain age, they might make more money, and that power control, I see that sometimes with relationships that have such a large age gap. So making sure that both your voices are heard, if that's what you want, and that's the type of relationship you want, making sure both your voices are heard and nobody feels like their way of doing something is the best way or the only way, or listen to me because I know more, and not falling into that, because that'll change your relationship from being partners to being like a parent-child. And nobody really wants to feel like their partner is their child or their freaking mom or dad. It ain't cool. So a lot of the stuff that I'm sharing with you is just stuff that I would probably share to any of my friends, or I would take the advice for myself. And only you and only your partner really know what's going on in your lives to know what's best for you. So please, no matter what advice I give, or when Steph's part of these videos that she gives, you don't have to take it fully. You kind of can see what works and what doesn't work for you. So one of the things that she's saying is that at the moment, they're just living in the here and now, and her purpose is to provide her partner with happiness, an ear to listen to, a shoulder to cry on, and an extra backbone if needed. When they leave the house, she doesn't want to expect to be considered a friend of the family when they've established a relationship equally. So that kind of goes into what I was talking about before. Making sure you guys are on the same page and figuring out the most comfortable, safest way to go about explaining this to people. And it is going to be uncomfortable when you first start doing it. I'm pretty sure, unless there are people that you just really trust and you know are going to be supportive right away, it's probably going to be really uncomfortable. But being able to push through it and let them know that this is real, and this is a real relationship for you, and you hope that they respect it and that they support you. And if they don't, that goes along with what I was saying before. Not fighting each other about people's differences or fighting the other people, but just understanding that it's a difference of opinion, and maybe hanging out with people who are more supportive for you when you're hanging out as a relationship. Because of what they both do, like for work, one of them being in the military, and still the cultures around that are still kind of with the don't ask, don't tell, even though that's been repealed. But we understand that just because a law has been changed doesn't mean the culture has been changed. They don't want to feel out of place or uneasy when they're around each other. So that's a hard one. With that, again, for safety reasons or job reasons or whatever people are making the decisions of not letting people know, I'd probably say that if the partner doesn't feel comfortable, then maybe they should skip those type of atmospheres at first. But if they really, really, really want to show their support and they just have to be there no matter what, then I think it's going to come down to either taking the plunge and starting to let people know and walking that. And if that's not comfortable yet to do that in the workforce or with the job, then just having a simple understanding. If you both can do things that can make the other one feel comfortable while you're out, if you can't be holding hands, unfortunately, or showing or expressing your love, then doing little things that maybe other people won't notice that you two will notice. I don't know what that can be, only you two, but whatever it is. Giving them a kind of quick glance, brushing their hand under a table, whatever it is to make that person feel comfortable and let them know that you're still there and you know what you two have, even if you're not ready for everybody else to understand it. I don't know, that might be helpful, maybe. Especially if you don't want to skip it, because I would say if you don't feel comfortable, I hate when I'm not comfortable in different places. I just try to skip it, just because I don't want to put myself in that place. But I do know when it comes to support, sometimes you just have to be there no matter what. So having that comfort within and being able to show your partner still how much you care about them in whatever ways are safe for you two to do that. I hope this helped. Age ain't nothing but a number. Anything that I said, if you want clarity, remember you can just write me again in my email. For anybody else that's going through this, I hope this video helped. And for any other viewers, if you've ever been in a relationship with a large age gap, or if you have any advice or suggestions for people that are going through this, please, please, please share your experience or share what's been helpful or anything that can kind of benefit anyone going through the things that are similar. So just write that below. I want this to be a part of our channel where we all can talk and help one another out. Again, email us if you guys are going through anything and you want to hear our thoughts about it or have other people write in to respond to you. Let us know. Email us butterflyagape@gmail.com. Butterflyagape@gmail.com. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that everybody's okay. And to age ain't nothing but a number. I wish you a lot of luck with your relationship. I hope that you guys are able to find things that make you both feel comfortable within it. Also, one of the most important things that I heard you say in the letter, or read that you said, is that you are just kind of living in the here and now because you both are enjoying it. There's nothing wrong with that. So enjoy what you two have right now, and hopefully that'll help lead to a stronger future together. Hope it works out. Thanks for writing in. Bye, guys.